everybody, this is Jasmine. If you want to see how I created this look using the James Charles Morphe palette, then just keep watching. And also, we will have a review of the lashes that I'm wearing coming up very, very soon. So if you have any questions, let me know. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe at the end of this video. Also, hey, I take requests, so just keep that in mind while you're watching. So after priming our lids, we are going to take this Stroke of Genius Heavy Duty Kohl in Green Light. This is an eyeliner. It's made by Sugar Cosmetics. So Green Light, number 3 is what we're using. I'm going to draw where I want the green color to be on my eyes. So it's kind of like doing a cut crease without concealer or anything else. I saw this hack while I was playing around with Pinterest last night, so I decided to try it. And in retrospect, I should have sharpened my pencil beforehand, but it's okay if you don't, because this is going to get somewhat covered up by our shadows. We just want to draw a line of where we want our colors to go. So I'm going to be using the James Charles and Morphe palette, and I actually want to redo this look using a different palette just because the green in a different palette, I won't say which one yet, is actually more similar to this pencil. So it'll be interesting to see if I redo it and how that comes out. But for the purposes of this video, these colors work together pretty well, I personally think. And if the line is a little too fat, don't worry about it. Like I said, we're kind of covered up with the shadow, so it's not a big deal. But you may want to sharpen your pencil for a more defined, thinner line. And after we do that, we're going to get started with the next step. So we are going to grab our James Charles and Morphe palette, which I'm still having a lot of fun in, and dip into Halloween, which is a really pretty metallic brown. Maybe it's a shimmer. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's really pretty. And we're going to go over that green line we just made and into the crease up to the brow bone. So you can go as high as you want. I have really, really deep set eyes, so it's too easy for me to go directly into my eye socket, which is sometimes kind of hidden by my deep set eyes and that big ass brow bone, but we're going to try. So if you notice that you're running Halloween over that green line a little too much, that's okay. It's going to look a little weird in this video while I'm doing it, but the end result I think is really, really pretty. So if you want to keep that line crisp, then just very carefully apply this Halloween shade up above. But if you go over the line that we made with the green, it's totally okay. And take your time. Everything with blending just takes time. And eyeshadow is not supposed to be like a quick thing. The more time you take with your eyeshadow, the better it's going to turn out, in my opinion. I've just noticed that if I take more time, then my look's going to look better. And if I'm rushed, it's going to look really, really bad. So now that we have placed Halloween everywhere we want, we're going to go in the next shade, which is Daddy, this really pretty forest green down on the bottom. We're going to go all over the lid. Now, you may need to build this up a little bit depending on what kind of primer you have and what your natural skin color is, or if you went and used concealer on your eyes as a primer, you just might want to build this up a little bit so it's not too sheer. And we're going to go all over the lid and blend up into Halloween that we placed up there on the brow bone. And again, if you go over the green line, it's fine. If you want a more defined line, go for it. Your face is your coloring book, and you can color and go inside the lines or go outside the lines however you want. But I'm just going to take this Daddy and blend it all the way up to Halloween and just try to buff out the harshness that I have created from that green line, and then Halloween kind of going over it. And we're just going to make sure everything is nice and blended out. Also, I don't know if you guys can hear my cat running around throughout the house like a horse, but that's what that galloping is. It's a cat. It's not a horse. It's just a cat. Maybe a dog. You know, every once in a while I hear the dog, but it's mostly this damn cat. So, you know, anyone wants a kitty? No, I can't. My husband would kill me, but that's the weird noise you hear. The next shade we're going to use is Guac, which I just had in a previous YouTube tutorial. And we're going to take that and put it all over the green, just kind of shimmer it up, brighten it up a little bit, and then also blend that back up into the brown so that everything kind of goes together and it's all pretty and shimmery. I really like the way this look came out. Every time I try to do a look, I just have a general idea in my head of what I want it to look like. And then sometimes it turns out, sometimes it doesn't. And this one kind of turned out and I really like it. If you wanted to, you could darken up the corners of your eyes with another shade. But I'm just kind of winging it with this, just trying to kind of see where the colors take us and where we go. But I do like how it turned out. So again, that's Guac all over the lid. And just kind of going back up into that Halloween that we have up top in the crease. And now we're going to take Ring Light, that tried and true color that I mentioned in my last tutorial that I love as a highlight on the brow bone. If you're not using Ring Light, you need to get on that. We're going to put it all over the very top of that brow bone, right underneath the brow. And yes, don't drag me in the comments. I know I need to get my eyebrows tweezed. Mommy's busy. Mommy is on the PTA board. I have 2 PTA meetings this week. The kid just went back to school today. Like, it's a little crazy around here. So yeah, Mommy hasn't really had time to go get those brows done. Just one of those things. And here's where the look gets a little different. We're actually going to take a small shader brush, dip into Guac and Ring Light. Grab a little bit of both and very lightly line the lower lash line. Just right there, very thin. And we're just going to mix those two together a little bit. Just kind of create our own little light green shimmery shade and just line the bottom of the lower lash line. If you wanted to just use one color or the other, you could. But I kind of wanted to incorporate the two just to get a slightly different shade of green going on. So that's what we did there. To finish off the look, we have applied a liner and lashes and a little bit of lip color and highlight. Of course, I'll have all those products linked down below where you can get them. Those will be affiliate links. But I do love the way that this look turned out. I just like playing with colors and just kind of watching to see where the color story is going to take me, how colors just kind of blend with what I have in mind, just to kind of see how it all works out. These lashes, I will have a review that I will be posting, I think, Wednesday, because today's Monday I'm uploading this. And it was a bit of an experience to try those lashes, which is why my makeup's a little smudged on the bottom of the eyes, but that's okay, because you guys will see on Wednesday. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.